On this episode of Gas Station Cappuccino, Dean and Danny discuss the rush on supermarkets, our limited knowledge but experiences with the coronavirus and the world around us, as well as YouTubers and coffee. Welcome to Gas Station Cappuccino, your podcast to learn everything you need to know about coffee, weightlifting, CrossFit, fitness,
nutrition,
apparel.
I still have my glasses on.
Fashion, aliens,
coronavirus.
What the fuck else we talk about on here? You do have your blue light blocking glasses on.
Yeah.
Do you find your eyes hurt less? You have less eye strain when you wear those?
100%.
Episode 85, by the way. Yeah,
100%.
I have some. I don't wear them as frequently. Like I don't wear them here very much, but in the morning. So I'm on my computer at 5 to 7 a.m. Every morning, 2 hours straight. And I wear them that time. And I think it really helps because otherwise you're starting off the day straight out of bed, staring at the screen for 2 hours. That's kind of rough, you know? So I find even if I just wear them during that stretch, and then do you ever put yours on like after dinner, just wearing around the house?
Honestly, I don't. The only time I don't wear them is if I'm watching TV or on my phone. But like any other screen, like if it's like editing at home, I got pairs at home, I got pairs at work. So I always have them. Like if I'm on my computer, unless I just forgot to put them on, I'm pretty good at wearing them. Yeah,
I try to. I don't do it all the time, but when I'm on it, like when I'm like, all right, I know I need to get good sleep, quality sleep, whatever. I need to start doing it now, actually. But yeah, basically after the kids are in bed, I'm only up for another 90 minutes or so before I go to bed. So it's like once I put the girls to bed, then I'll pop the glasses on. So like the last 90 minutes to 2 hours I'm up, I'm not getting in blue light.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should maybe even try that at night. It's just one of those things. Another thing to remember to do.
It's another fucking thing to remember.
At least I'm doing it the most of the time. I honestly don't feel like it probably does, maybe a little bit, but I go to sleep pretty easily.
Me too.
So I don't know if it's affecting like my sleep, but
if you
I definitely don't have the strain I used to have.
Definitely.
Especially like I'm on the computer now more than ever, I feel like. And you know, when I'm like my face like right in it, trying to like look at like a graphic or something, I just like, you got to have glasses on or you just feel your eyes melting.
If you want to learn about like the effects of blue light in your sleep, there's this book called Lights Out. And it's maybe 10 years old or so. It was pretty popular in the like the CrossFit fitness kind of Rob Wolf eras, so like 2010s, early 2010s. Anyway, it's a great book of information. It's also a great book to help you sleep. You just get about one page in and you're fucking out.
Snoozer.
Oh my God. It's one of those like really good information, but just fucking boring. Like the guy who it's just poorly written. You know, I'm not saying to have like bad grammar. It's not engaging.
Yeah. It's just like, just hard facts.
And there's a way to write a very informational book, but do it in an entertaining way. Malcolm Gladwell is a wonderful example of that. I'm reading his book Blink right now. It's tons of research, tons of like examples and everything, but it's extremely engaging. You know, like there's people that can do that, and then there's people that can't. For example, the author of Lights Out.
That guy or girl.
Really good info. Like I recommend. Like honestly, I think if you struggle to sleep, it's definitely worth getting and reading. You know, you'll at least 240 nights or so, you'll go right out.
This is like
get through a page a night.
If you can get through it. It should be like a challenge. Can you finish a page before falling asleep?
Yeah, it's good though. Well, so it's all anybody's talking about. So here we are, Corona Town.
Yep.
So with the coronavirus, gyms are closing. At this point where we are, there is not necessarily a forced directive for gyms to close.
This is technically what's today's date technically?
Today is Wednesday the 18th. So in LA, in Los Angeles, as of I believe Monday, everything was completely shut down, fitness centers, gyms included. And then it was Monday at some point is when the Bay Area thing went down. City of San Francisco announced their full-on lockdown beginning Tuesday morning, and 6 counties in the Bay Area have pretty extreme restrictions. Where other states also, like the state of Ohio, shut down gyms. New York has shut down gyms. I believe Michigan or Illinois. I don't know. Once you get past California, New York, and Texas, I don't really know what's going on most of the time. But
so you ever picture like a picture of like a dark, like a fade, right? Black to white fade. Mm-hmm. That's how I think of like things outside of California.
Yeah,
like it's like it's really dark, and then it slowly fades out.
If something's going on in Nevada, I kind of know what's up.
And then it's darkens up back again the closer you get to the East Coast.
Yeah. There's those ones in the middle. You start talking about going through like the Dakotas, and things just get a little like. I mean, you give me a map, I feel like I could get 47 right.
Maybe in high school when I was forced to know that stuff, you could have got me then.
Maybe 43.
Yeah, man, I don't. Yeesh.
So it is what it is. So with that, people going crazy at the stores and stuff. So we're talking earlier. It's kind of funny, kind of ironic, kind of sad. I don't really know. I guess it makes sense though too. You go to the store and they're out of a bunch of things.
It's like Black Friday every day.
Like there is no toilet paper, there is no bottled water, there is no whatever. Lots. And it's just food stuff too is running out. So the other morning I go when the crowd's not there, like Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get a few things that just so we kind of need whatever. And also I'm like, and the way things are running out of stuff, like I don't want to be in a position where we don't have any like meat for dinner or whatever. And so, and we're not on a quarantine yet. So, I go to the store and I go to get some chicken for dinner that night, actually. And the only chicken left in stock is like the organic, healthy, expensive chicken.
At least you got that.
I was actually really excited. I was like, oh, this is super convenient. I don't have to like search for this amongst all the other chicken. This is the one I probably would have bought anyway.
Yeah.
And then same thing. I go to get eggs, and the only eggs left in stock were the cage-free, free-range, Omega eggs, whatever. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And again, I was like, well, this is actually convenient because now I don't have to like look over all these eggs to find the cage-free ones that I was going to buy anyway. Like here they are.
I'm on the opposite.
Just waiting for me
right now. Kristen's husband is on an egg hunt for my wife. He's gone to 3 stores and there's 0 eggs.
Yeah, he's only finding on the egg hunt. He's only finding the pink ones that have like the chevron pattern around the sides.
Yeah, it's
been dipped in ink by a
tough out there. It's tough out there in the streets. The only meat that was available literally the only meat available at the Bel Air right across from CK here is there was smoked fish, bagged, pre-cooked smoked fish.
I thought you were going to say the only meat in the store was in your pants.
Yeah. And all the other peeps. The
only meat in this place is in my trousers.
And then there was Impossible burger patties, vegan sausage.
I'll tell you what's impossible is surviving off those things.
Yeah. And
there were, it's funny.
There was some $10.99 a pound cuts of meat, like steak. There, but that's not hoarding meat.
No, that's not hoarding meat. No.
That's like
I'm going to cook some steaks tonight.
That's going to cook some steaks tonight, dinner meat. That's not hoarding meat. You can't go in there and drop, $300 on meat
to freeze
ribeyes and New York strips and
I just pop in the freezer, hun.
And some fucking what's it called?
T-bone.
Filet mignon.
Yeah.
First off, anybody that wants to kind of know about cuts of beef or whatever, that's kind of getting into the barbecuing, don't waste your money on filet mignon. Always buy the ribeye.
Well,
or New York strip. Way better than the filet mignon. Filet mignon's overrated.
No.
Unless you know how to cook it properly, like on a pan with butter or something. Like if you're going on the barbecue, do not waste money on filet mignon.
Furthermore, anybody who orders filet mignon and orders it like well done, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, like well done. I was thinking the opposite in my head when you said that. But yeah. Like what are you doing? Yeah.
Like that's not how that works. It's not how that works.
And also like I'm not really into super rare beef, honestly. Like I prefer more of like a medium where it's like, pink in the middle, but mostly just kind of cooked. Like I don't really I'm not big on this like I need my cold steak like bleeding still. Like I just don't that's never been a thing for me.
There was Ren and Stimpy episode where Ren...
And you chew on it for like 45 minutes so you can fucking swallow it so you can say that you ate it fucking rare. Get fucked.
You watch Ren and Stimpy?
I used to, yeah.
There's an episode where someone...
Ahead of its time.
Oh, yeah. Where someone was on an all-meat diet. The fuck, carnivore diet. Just thought of this. I just remember Stimpy saying, Ren, go and get him another glass of meat.
Just drinking it.
Yeah. It was just like this glass of like bloody with chunks in it, anyway. Yeah, I'm classic Ren and Stimpy, just like the grossest shit. Remember the nerve ending fairy?
Oh yeah. Oh.
It's like, yeah.
This show is kind of dark.
Oh yeah. And this was 25 years ago, probably. Like I was probably 10.
They're probably like, I can't believe we're making this for kids. All right, submit to the Cartoon Network, whatever.
My mom's letting me watch it.
It's on Cartoon Network. You think it's safe for your kids.
Good to go.
Yeah. That's on Nickelodeon.
No, or still Stimpy. Stimpy, go get the nice man another glass of meat.
Stuck with you all these years.
Oh, here we are. I'm 35, still thinking. Yeah. Somebody's sitting there like, what do you want to eat? He's like, meat. Okay, what would you like to drink? Meat. Okay. Carnivore diet.
I gotta look some up on YouTube. So I'm sure there's some episodes on there.
You can probably look up Ren and Stimpy carnivore diet.
Yeah, I'm sure it's right up. I'm surprised all these guys aren't marketing it.
Well, they're
using it for marketing material.
They're clearly morons.
They're using it now. Yeah. After this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, change.
All the major business makers are obviously listening to this every day.
The movers and shakers.
Yeah. They know.
Now, one thing also I want to bring up, I don't want to forget, is for the rest of the month, at least, possibly extended, unclear.
Yeah.
But right now, through the end of the month.
Through the foreseeable future.
Yeah. All coffee, we've announced through the end of the month, but realistically, it may go on longer. All coffee ships from Caffeine and Kilos free. Domestically in the U.S. And the reason why we decided to do this is I went to the store and I wasn't going on a hoarding trip. I was just going to just buy some stuff we needed, right? And it was an experience. I got the full experience. And in my little town, everyone was actually super polite still. Everyone was really nice. But like, this is a relatively small town. In the grocery store, the lines were, there's 7 people in every line and they got every checker open and they're out of a bunch of stuff and everyone's getting all weird and like, you're rubbing down your cart and just trying not to touch anything or anybody. And it's just like this whole thing. And, I felt bad. My wife was talking about, she's like, she went like a couple days earlier and took my 3-year-old and she gets there and they're out of carts. Every fucking cart they own is being used. Mm-hmm. And the only cart left is the one that has like a little bus in front for the kids to sit in, which is like the most germ covered fucking thing in the entire place.
Yeah. The kid before you guys was licking it.
Oh yeah. Kids are gross. So then she walks in, she's like looking for a cart. And then she looks over and Nora's like climbing in. She's like, well, she's in it now. Like I might as well.
Grab the wipes that they have at the box.
Grab the wipes. And so she's like going through and it's like bumper car. People are really nice, honestly, still. People aren't getting too weird yet. But like, you just can't go in. There's so many people, just total mess. And I was thinking, actually, I called D and I'm like, dude, like, what we gotta do something about this. Like, because you know what? I don't want talking about like people hoarding things, like toilet paper and water and like a bunch of, it's another thing. I went to get frozen vegetables because we didn't have any. We always eat fresh. We're like, we should grab some. The only vegetables left were Brussels sprouts, collard greens, and mustard greens. I'm like, well, this is the shit we eat anyway. Like greens and Brussels sprouts.
I need Brussels sprouts. I love those like sauteed Brussels sprouts. They're fucking good.
Oh man. And anyways, that was funny too. I was like, this is convenient. Like this is easy.
I need a recipe for those.
So we're leaving. I'm like, Dean, we should do something like this. I don't want anybody to have to go to the store or feel like they have to go to the store. And I don't want anybody to run out of coffee. Yeah. Like, could you imagine being on quarantine or being on like self quarantine or what's called now like a shelter in place, like kind of don't leave, work from home?
It's like it's basically the government saying or your town saying like
discouraged.
Hey, we're going to give you an opportunity to handle this on your own before we have to get involved for real.
Right.
Let's see what you guys can do on your own.
Figure it out.
And before we have to start making you not leave.
So I'm like, man, could you imagine like you're out of coffee or almost out of coffee and it's the only thing you need. And you're going to like go to the store, park at the other end of the lot, get there, you know what I mean? Like deal with the crowds, all this shit. And like for a bag of coffee. And then honestly, like probably not the best coffee anyway. But if it's what you get, that's fine. I'm just dealing with that. Or coffee shops are closing down. Like, can't even go in. What did Jasmine say the other day? Starbucks kicked me out.
Yeah, kicked her out.
It's like it's either drive-through only or pickup only, and some stores are just shut down totally. So it's like
they don't even have the utensils out. They don't even have straws out or napkins out. No. You can't touch anything.
And so
basically, you touch your drink.
Your favorite, whatever your favorite coffee shop is, if you go to a coffee shop every day, it's probably closed. And then you got to go to the store for one bag of coffee. That blows. And so what we're doing is free shipping on coffee. You don't need a code. It just happens automatically. So anybody in the US, if you buy a bag of coffee from caffeineandkilos.com, it'll ship free to you. Save you that trip to the store. Save you from not having coffee and going insane.
And that is also like, by the way, just to be more clear, that's if you just buy a coffee on its own. Obviously, if you start adding more things into that order.
Yeah, the coffee ships free.
The whole order itself will gain a shipping fee.
Right.
But if you went on there and just bought coffee, there's zero fee.
Doesn't matter how many bags. You can buy 3 bags of coffee, it'll still ship free.
Yep.
It's if you add other items, non-coffee items, you still pay for shipping on.
Yeah.
But the necessities, which let's be real, coffee is 100% necessity. That ships free.
One thing you do every single day, and the majority of the people in the world do it, that's a necessity. Whether your body needs it to survive or not.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Many people would argue their body does. Look, your kids are home from school. You're
working from home now. Trying to.
Exactly. Like the things are happening, So anyway, get your coffee shipped free. So there's that.
Yeah. It's just kind of crazy out there. I feel like, I don't know, every time I go to the store, I'm like, it's probably going to start calming down a little bit. Nope. It's worse than the day before.
I think we got about another week or things are going to get worse before they get better. There's actually some bright sides. I've been looking at some stocks. So actually 2 weeks before the national emergency, before shit got really bad, I don't have like a ton of I have like some retirement stocks, but just like stocks just kind of for fun, whatever. So,
day trading,
like stocks. Day trading. I had like a handful of things, whatever. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of them and just sell them and just like liquidate that. And then through the floorboards, thank God, right? Mm-hmm. And like Disney, right? Well, they're closing down and everything and whatever, but like they're going to be fine.
Yeah, well, their streaming service is also thriving,
right? Although they own ESPN, and that streaming service is UFC, but like ESPN, that one's going to be tanking because
they also own another big thing,
Hulu,
yeah.
But there is no live sports,
no.
So ESPN's not going to be doing so hot for a while.
No, they're just.
What do you talk about?
They're doubling down on everything football right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because they always, it's funny. Like ESPN is always talking about football year round, which is already tiresome and like annoying. But now they're really talking about football. All that's on ESPN right now is football. And also, a lot of trades going down right now too and stuff. But like they're just like football. That's like always their fallback.
It goes football, and then Durant has Corona, and then football. And then, whatever. That's really it.
Yeah.
So, but in the end, when this whole thing's over, they're going to rebound. They're going to be just fine. So I'm looking at there and I'm telling you, man, like it's tanking hard. And so I was like, well, if it gets, because it was like 140 something at a high. Anyway, I'm like, well, and I sold it like 130. If it gets to 100, I'll buy some again. Mm-hmm. And then one day I woke up and it was like 93. Mm-hmm. I'm like, if it gets to 90, like getting greedy now.
Was it 93 when the closed?
It was the day before. Let me think. It was the day that they announced Thursday. The closure, I think. And then I woke up Friday morning and it was 93. Right. And I was like, oh, or maybe it was the morning of. Anyway. And I was like, oh, that's right. It was like 93. Then they announced the closure of Park. And so I thought, the next morning it's going to be even lower. If it gets to 90, I'll buy. And then next morning it was like up a little bit because everybody sees that it's like historic. Like it's not going to be this low again. I
think the 52-week low was on Thursday.
Right.
And things have still been going like roller coaster since then.
Right. So then I'm like, well, if it gets blown out, so I'm like, well, I'll wait. We'll see. Because I think things are going to get worse for another few weeks. Today, it's like fucking 82.
Oh, the Disney.
Uh-huh. And I'm like, man, but now honestly, there's no like big federal mandate quarantine or even statewide. So, man, I feel like that things are really going to hit bottom when there's an announcement of either like a statewide quarantine or a federal quarantine. Like when there's going to be
like in San Francisco,
like there is in San Francisco or like LA, parts of LA. Like I think that it's going to get.
But everybody's still on in those two cities though. They're all mayor kind of controlled on what's the standard, but they're not on full lockdown.
San Francisco is pretty close.
They're close, but they're technically on the same thing we are.
Oh no. San Francisco's like
it's worse.
It's more way stricter. They're like totally cracking down. So anyway, so I feel like once there's like a broad lockdown, whether that be like other states done it, right? So if like the state of California or not that anyway, if the state does it or if it's a national thing, things are going to go even lower. There's no doubt, right? So, but it's that game, like how long you want to like this. That's not my job. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just like, it just seems reasonable, you know? So
no, it's going to bounce back.
It's going to bounce back. It's just going to be 18 months from now.
Yeah. But then there's also, if you want to, it's also if you got the capital too, and you're willing to like really go hard, is there's like way more expensive stocks where like are never going to go away, like an Amazon.
Yep.
But you got to pay, $1,700 for one share.
Well, or what I should have done is when I sold off all the stuff, I was just like a couple things of Tesla, or actually I already got rid of the Tesla because it just shot up so high, like hyperinflated. So I just moved that to Disney. So I'm like, well, that's, pretty safe. They're like super diversified. But what I should have done when I sold off all the Disney is I should have bought Procter & Gamble or Clorox or like these household necessities, General Mills. Like those are like recession stocks because during recessions, those always end up being purchased more because you're your classic things that people need, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, whatever. That's a whole lot of talk about stocks that I don't really know about.
No, yeah. Well,
that's the extent of my knowledge.
Then there's the next level, those and the people like the real stock mover people. They're investing in the companies that make all those stuff for those companies,
right? Yeah,
and that's where it's like, that's where it gets like next level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the factory. I saw a bunch of perfume.
Some of these, these factories are public trading factories, and
I saw that there's like a bunch of perfume companies are like pivoting and start like pumping out hand sanitizer now.
By the time it's all done, though, and like, are they going to be able to sell it? Well, and everybody's hooked on hand sanitizer.
Well, there's like, if there isn't any, you know what I mean? I guess they're banking like, all right, I'm sure they did ran the numbers. What do they think? How long do they think this shit's going to keep going? I don't know.
I saw it. Well, this morning, someone sent me, our buddy Mitch sent me a video of these two girls fighting over a bottle of hand sanitizer turned to a full-on 3-on-3 brawl.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Over one pump of hand sanitizer.
Oh, my God. People, tickle me Elmo.
It starts off with being about the hand sanitizer, and then it's no longer about
Then it's about winning.
Then it's about pride. Then it's about, hand sanitizer still, I guess.
Well, it's like, yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's like this. Okay, I need this hand sanitizer. And then she like, oh, I had it first or whatever. And you're like, what? And then right there, it's no longer about the hand sanitizer. Now you feel like you're being wronged.
Yeah.
And I'll be damned.
And now you look like a bitch in front of other people because this person now is taking this from you in your head. Mm-hmm. And you're going to take this from me? You're going to bully me in front of these people I don't know about and that will never remember this?
It's the most human nature thing, right? Give an 18-month-old child a fucking ring toy, a toy that's like a ring, and then like a big plastic one, whatever. And then have another 18-month-old go over there and take it away. Let me know how that goes. It's fucking baby fight. That's what's going on. It's just human nature. Like you have something that you feel like is yours. Someone tries to take it from you. You feel like you're being wronged. And it's probably what's it called? How we change over time?
Evolution.
It's an evolutionary trait, I'm sure. Because if like people just let people take your shit all the time, you're not really going to survive.
It's a fight or flight. Like
you go straight fight or flight. Oh, your heart rate gets jacked up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm like, shit, you're in the store.
Adrenaline.
So you're just walking through the store like today, and someone reaches in your cart and takes, anything out. Like you're gonna get an adrenaline dump for sure. Like what the fuck?
Especially, it's funny because even if the shelf was stocked,
like
you could just walk back and grab one, but you'd be like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah. And that's another thing, like, really quick about that, totally kind of off the rails, but that's where I don't think that like pranks on people are like funny. And it doesn't mean that you're a funny person because you prank people.
Oh
because
yeah, I can piss people off.
Anybody can just be an asshole.
Yeah.
The fact that you're choosing to do it and filming it
doesn't
just means that you're a fucking idiot. Doesn't make that you're funny.
That doesn't make you a comedian. It just makes you an asshole.
It just makes you an asshole and you're filming yourself.
Now you're an asshole on camera.
And now other assholes
think it's funny,
but you're actually not funny. You're actually just a sad asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think about like pranks.
Look, there's two types of assholes.
Pranking your friends, like I'm talking pranking strangers on camera in public for a reaction.
Look, there's two types of assholes. There's sad assholes and happy assholes. You know what I mean? And nobody likes a sad asshole.
No. But like the kid
But like that, you know what though? You can be a happy asshole and some people might like you.
Yeah.
Kind of jovial, kind of fun sometimes, just gets a little wild, careless.
There's just so many like social media people and pages that are just like built these like quote unquote like personas or careers from just being fucking assholes. That's not me being old.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, oh, dude, like you're so not funny. Oh, this is what you have to do.
Well, isn't that Logan Paul shtick?
They do like
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Not really. They do more like skits with each other.
Okay.
And do like and do funny things or whatever. That like a very small brained, small demographic.
Right.
Really went all in on and made them millionaires. But like, you know, and like really young kids. Like they're honestly their demographic, their age group is like 7 to like 15. You know what I mean?
Right.
That watch these like adults do these things.
And that's like my daughter watches Unspeakable is this guy's name. Same thing. The huge YouTube following guy, Unspeakable. But he doesn't do anything like mean. It's just like sometimes it's just like goofy, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's that's, you know, this small group of kids is what's made these guys like, you know, millionaires, you know, whatever. And then they've done other things since their popularity that keep them going or whatever. But just like the pranking stuff, I don't know how we got onto that, but like, just don't fuck with people in public.
Don't be sad ass
for a reaction. Like it's just like so stupid.
Yeah,
I've always thought about that. I'm like, you're not funny at all. Actually, you're actually probably very boring.
You're just an ass.
This is why you do this because you're so boring that you have to do this for attention because no one thinks you're funny.
Nobody cares
unless you do something like this, and then you go home and you sit and you look at your own videos and.
Yeah, weird.
Anyways.
All right.
Rant.
All right. So check this out. If you have any questions about anything or want to give us some feedback, send us an email, podcast@caffeineandkilos.com.
Also tag us in your at-home workouts.
We
don't care who programs them or whatever. Like tag us in them. Let us see what you're doing. You know, maybe just put it in our hashtag so other people that follow our hashtag can see what everybody's up to as far as like what kind of workouts they're doing, so they can get inspired to do something, or, you know, might need like I want to try something. I don't want to think of it.
Right. Yeah. Tag us in your at-home workouts. And then also, if you like this podcast, leave a rating, review it, leave a reviewing, and then make sure you subscribe, share it out. Because how you climb the rankings is people subscribing. So make sure you subscribe, share it to people, let them know what's up. Let them know if they want to learn everything there is to know about strength and conditioning, fitness, CrossFit, weightlifting, powerlifting, aliens, coronavirus, the cure to cancer,
Impossible Burgers,
YouTubers,
pranksters,
sad assholes. If you got, we experts in everything.
Sad assholes.
You know? So let them know, share this out, and have a wonderful day.
Be safe out there.
Be safe. Stay safe.